What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Listen, today we're going to talk about prop firms, how I feel about them right now, where we are with prop firms right now, and if you should start to or continue to pursue them as once before. Let's get into it. Many of you guys are familiar with prop firms. So prop firms are companies that give you the opportunity to trade their capital if you pass a series of challenges. They usually have a 1 to 2 phase challenge where if you pass that, you get a quote unquote live account, and the profits you make on that account you will be able to withdraw given a profit split, etc., so on and so forth. So ultimately it sounded like a good deal, right? Sounds like an amazing idea until things started coming out about the true nature of prop firms and the things that are happening on the back end, things that they're doing to mess up traders. We saw what happened with my Forex funds. We saw what happened with the funded trader. We saw what happened with many prop firms. And ultimately, and it has created an environment of distrust amongst traders, perfectly understandable, because you get into a prop firm, you invest your money, and now you gotta hope and pray that they'll pay you out if you get to that stage where it's time to pay you out. So it's completely understandable why this is so shaky, why some people are completely against it now, why some people are more hopeful with it. But my take on it is this is how I feel. It was quite a disappointment with the funded trader, especially. It was my prop firm of choice when they went down, and I was certainly disappointed because I had an account before they went down and I never got that account back. And unfortunately, I could imagine all the people who had accounts in all these different prop firms that just shut down and didn't get anything back. I could only imagine how that feels. But at the end of the day, the opportunity that it still gave was quite an opportunity. When they were paying out, or the firms that were paying out truly gave an opportunity to traders to be able to expedite their process in building up that capital so that they can have a large account to trade with. Now, certain mistakes that some traders did is that they thought prop firms weren't going anywhere. I'll just keep on stacking on prop firms and I'll just use this money as I wish and I'll spend the money instead of putting that in a personal account. And that's where a lot of these traders got tripped up when a lot of these prop firms started shutting down. So now here we are again. We're in a shaky period with prop firms. Many of them have shut down. There's still some that are in operation, but sometimes funny things happen within them. But ultimately, the thing to understand is this: it's not necessarily a win-win business, because in order for the prop firm to survive, they need traders to fail. Point blank, period. Anybody tells you otherwise, they're lying to you. They need traders to fail, the majority of traders to fail, in order for them to keep business going. And obviously, in order for you to actually get the true benefit of a prop firm, you need to pass and get to a payout, and they need to actually pay out. So you get to an impasse where the business is kind of incentivized to try to fail as many traders as possible. With this fosters an environment of sketchy type of rules and all these hidden things and other things that they come up with to make you lose your account. Despite all of that negative stuff, there are still traders that still get paid out trading prop firms. Now, is it as popular as before? No, but they still are paying out. So this is what I would do. This is my take on it. Me personally, I think there's nothing greater than your personal funds, because you trade how you want. You trade your plan. There are no restrictions. You get a better sense of you as a true trader when you are trading on your own. I think that's number one. If you have that ability, then just do that. But if you are going to go down the prop firm route, number one, do your research. Make sure that the prop firm that you're thinking of purchasing your challenge from is a prop firm that has been around for a while and has been able to withstand a lot of the ups and downs in the industry. Now, that doesn't absolve any company of failing in the future, but ultimately you don't want to go with a brand new prop firm or a prop firm you just never heard about, or one that just seems a little sketchy. You want to be sure that you're going with one of the best in the field. The next thing you want to do is you want to start with one of the smaller challenges instead of the bigger challenges. 50Ks, 100Ks. If you want to go smaller than that, that's completely fine. But I would avoid off rip going to 200 and 300K, even 400K, because that is quite an investment before you have full confidence that they're going to pay you out and pay you out consistently. So definitely start off small, but I would recommend no more than a 100K account and then go with that. Number three, make sure you're actually ready for a prop firm, because it takes a lot of experience as a trader to even get to the stage where you pass it, and not to mention to keep that live account and maintain it and get consistent payouts. It takes a good amount of experience. You have to be a really great trader, and to be honest, you have to be in that 1%, because there are not a lot of traders who make it to that level. And finally, what I'd recommend, if you make it to a payout, guys, do not play. Let's stop playing around. Start putting those funds in a personal account. These prop firms are here today, they are gone tomorrow. Do not think for a second that they can't be gone in an instant, just like that. Please make sure that you are putting those funds in a personal account and start putting your full attention to growing your personal account slowly but surely. Then and only then it would make sense to still use prop firms to this day. But again, you have to be very careful, because the industry has been tainted, and you want to make sure whatever you get from it, that you can benefit from it immediately. So I'm not completely out on prop firms. It's still not my favorite though. It's still not preferred for me at all. But if you are still interested in it, there are still traders that make profits in prop firms. So it's not impossible, but again, be smart, be diligent, and make sure that you're doing things in a calculated way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Until next time, peace.